Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to the Anime Talk, the show where sometimes we get right into the thick of YouTube drama, unfortunately. Eh, Now I say that, but I'm not gonna. With today's Anime Talk, I'm actually be talking about live reactors and my opinions and takes on it. Now I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not gonna name any names. That's not my. I'm not gonna link channels. I'm not gonna say, oh, this channel did this or this channel was attacked by this. I'm not doing that. The reason being is it's not that I'm trying to stay clear of any trouble. It's more so that I don't want to bring any trouble from this. I just want to put my own 2 cents on this, staying neutral in many ways, but also, you know, telling people how I feel about something that is a growing, I think, topic in the anime world and the anime community in general about live reactors. Now, live reactors are nothing new on YouTube, and if you really don't, know what they are, I'll give you a really, really brief explanation. It's when someone actually watches an anime video. So, like for example, an episode of an anime that just came out, they put it on their channel and you show themselves reacting to it. Now, in the YouTube community, I think there's many people that do different things with it. And again, not naming names, you have some people that have the screen split between two things. They have their own face showing their images and showing how they're reacting to the episode, and then you have the on the side the actual anime episode itself and what's going on screen and what they're watching. You then have some live reactors that just are complete bullshit artists and actually just put actual videos of anime episodes onto their videos and take credit, and that's wrong. Those are the ones that I feel I want to say that they are always in the wrong because what they do is incorrect in many ways. It's something that it's benefiting from a community that really already is kind of struggling in many ways. The anime world, people think, oh, they make so much money, they're so rich, and all these anime creators are like rolling in the money. That's not true. The sad truth is that as much as a movie might make in Japan, and I'm not gonna get into the financial aspects of it, but I could trust me, I could do this. As much as it seems like an anime, creator or a anime company will make in Japan, they actually really don't make as much money as you may think they do. They actually are a lot of times struggling to make sure that anime does very well. That's why, manga is always kind of their fallbacks in many ways because they want people to read more manga. Why sometimes anime, I talked about this a long time ago on the Anime Talk, but incomplete anime, that's why those exist. A lot of times they're meant just to kind of border the push the manga or push the light novels or push the visual novels and stuff like that, because they realize we're not going to make a lot of we're not going to waste a lot of money on the anime. We want to push that medium, not the anime itself. So anime is not per se always the squeaky clean, perfect, oh, let's just make a quick dollar, that's going to make millions. It doesn't always work like that, surprisingly. People always think it is, but it really does not. And, you can do your research. If you actually look online, you can look up various interviews with, Japanese people that talk about their works and how they have to struggle to make certain things. You can find out that truly it's not an easy thing. Now, that's why I have issues with live reactors that put a actual episode onto their video clip and just say, "Oh, this is my video." It's not your video. To me, you're just putting someone else's work onto a page. And as someone who writes, because I am a writer, as someone who does that, I always hate plagiarism. I take that as probably the biggest slap to your face ever. And so when you're doing that, you're essentially plagiarizing someone else's work by putting, oh, this is my YouTube channel. This is the video. No. Now, people that live react with their face on the screen and having like smaller images and reacting to that, and have very small, very low audio, so you can't hear the actual episode themselves. I have no issue with that. I think that is a great way to kind of support anime, because what it does is it makes people interested in the show by seeing how someone else reacts to it. There's a lot of people that only will watch a series if they see that, oh, people like it. Oh, okay, so this guy thought it was funny. You know what? I might let me check it out. Let me see it at full screen. So they'll go to Crunchyroll, or they'll go to Netflix or Hulu, whatever. Yeah, I hate to even say Kiss Anime in many ways. They'll go to that too, and they will watch the anime and support the anime. Kiss Anime, of course, is not a legal way of supporting anime, so I want to make sure everyone's clear on that. Kiss Anime is illegal. It's a medium that's illegal, but a lot of times there are some people that will watch that and then buy the series. And to me, if you watch the series on Kiss Anime then buy the series, I am a little bit less, against you, because I feel like, okay, at least you're supporting what you watched by actually making sure that you buy it. But typically, I hate to say a lot of people do not do that, unfortunately. But definitely, like I always tell people this, go to Funimation, sign up for their thing, their subscription-based fees, do Crunchyroll, do Hulu. There's a lot of ways nowadays. This is not the 2000s and the early 90s where you couldn't do that. I had a struggle to find anime on various forms of medium sites because the thing was it was hard as hell to find it on different media. I had to find like on anime on demand and stuff like that. It was a nightmare. Now you guys have like 50 different websites to find legal, legit anime watching without really high caliber fees. You can watch for Crunchyroll again. It's like what, $7 a month for premium. That's not bad at all. You got a whole bunch of anime. That's just my take on it though. But live reactors, I think get put into these category because of those that steal the other person's work. They put in this category as like, oh, that's all anime reactors do. They just steal other people's work and they make money and fortunes over. First off, live reactors do not make fortunes. I don't know who the hell thinks people make loads of money. The only people that make a lot of money on YouTube, and it's clear as day, are the ones that really have a huge following on YouTube. The people that have millions of subscribers and stuff like that, and have thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of views per every video. Those are people that make money off YouTube. Small channels that do live reactions do not make a lot of money. I know plenty of live reactors that do legit work with their sites, and they don't make enough money that I feel like they put a lot of effort to make sure that they are not stealing from the anime community. One of my friends, again not naming names, he does live reactions on his channel, and he works very hard. He always puts an effort to make sure that he doesn't have very loud audio. He makes sure that he doesn't have something that you see the biggest image on the screen. He has a very small little ratio of a window. So this way it kind of forces people to go to actually legit websites, or even, I hate to say, other websites, and watch the anime that way. So this way he's not actually per se making money off the actual episode. He's making money off the fact that people like his reactions to stuff. They want to see his laughter. They want to see his kind of sorrow during a tragic scene. They want to see how he's going to react to it. And that is a legit way of doing, I think, live reactions on YouTube. Now, I'm not going to spend like 50 minutes talking about this, so I want to kind of wrap it up soon. But, to those that go against the live reactors that do it legitimately, I dislike you in many ways. There are a lot of people that rant and rave about live reactors, going, oh, they're stealing from the community, they're stealing from this, they're doing all this to make YouTube views and money, and you ranting about them is actually realistically just helping them. Half the time, a lot of people bitch and moan about, a live reactor or someone on YouTube, and the first thing that you do? You go look up that person to see what they are doing that the other guy hates so much, and a lot of times they actually end up watching their videos to see you're helping them out. So realistically, you're not solving the situation, you're making it worse. If you really feel that what they're doing is incorrect, then go through the proper forms of going, hey, listen, I don't know if I like the way you're doing things. Contact YouTube when they're actually doing things that are like, for example, copying episodes completely, not when they're doing the work to make sure that their videos are basically 90% their phase and 10% of the actual anime. To me, that is not bad at all. That's something that is the correct way of doing it, because honestly, I think it supports the anime. I think it makes anime more worth watching because I see my friends react in such a funny way, like, oh, they're laughing at that. That looks really funny. Let me go watch it on my legit sites, and get enjoyment out of myself. And I end up, talking to them, hey, dude, I saw your video and it made me want to watch that show. I thought it was great. You don't realize that live reactors actually, even the ones, I hate to say, even the ones that are bad, end up bringing a lot of greatness to the anime industry. And in many ways, if they do it correctly, they're just actually promoting the anime that they're watching, and that is a great thing. And this is something that we want. We want people to love the anime we love, and we want people to know about the anime we know. That's one thing I always do with my anime, that I always make sure that people know about it. I'll tell people, oh, this show is like this show is like that, which is why I do all these older reviews of my channel, and it's fun. It makes it so the anime world kind of grows a little bit. But when you have these rants and raves about live reactors doing this, and clearly you're misinformed with anything, it makes the anime community, I think, almost seem like a scary place for people, because the fact that they have to deal with all the shit that people keep talking about, like, oh, I'm so sick and tired of these reactors doing this and that, when you clearly are uninformed, unintelligent a lot of times, because I hate to say, a lot of ranters and ravers I don't know where they actually get their facts and where they get their factoids in general, but it clearly is not in the actual realm of reality. They get it in from these I think bogus Wikipedia type pages, almost like people type in all about reactors do this or that, and oh that must be truth. Make sure that you know what the hell you're talking about. That's the bottom line. Make sure you actually freaking know what the hell you're talking about before you start ranting and raving about something. And second off, understand that the anime community is already a kind of fickle place in many ways. It's a community that I both love and hate. I love the anime community because I am part of the anime community. I love that there are great people among it, but there are also really big assholes in the anime community. There are people that they strive off of, promoting themselves in bad ways and making other people almost feel like they're unwanted because they like a certain series or they do something on YouTube, and that's not cool. Already, we have to deal with a lot of stuff already that's internal because of that, and now you're adding to it with drama that's unneeded. It's just unneeded. It's not wanted. It's not warranted. It's fake information that's false and just ridiculous. If you're one of these people that rant and rave about things, I implore you to stop. I really do. You could rant and rave about something that you feel is correct. I understand that you have freedom of speech. That is one of the first. That is the First Amendment of this country. But make sure that you actually know what you're talking about. For the love of God, know what you're talking about. Don't say later on like, oh, that was just a joke. I just made some joke about it. Because 90% of the time, I'm pretty damn sure you weren't joking. You just actually thought that was real and you put it down as that. Live reactors that follow the proper protocols and actually do the work to make sure their videos are both, I think, sponsored, and more so they make sure that the anime gets sponsored in some way. Those are people that I respect, and I feel I give them 100% support. I hope their channels grow into huge behemoths of YouTube channels. The ones that are just copy and pasting videos and putting it up on their channels, those are people that I hope get destroyed by the YouTube system, because they are the ones that really are the kind of poison to live reactors. Anyways, guys and girls, I know that almost it's funny that it almost seems like a rant and rave on my part, but I swear to you, it's not a rant and rave. What it is that I want to talk to you and discuss with you my feelings on this subject. It's not that I'm ranting about, and like I said before, not any one particular person. Like, I am involving certain people in my head, so I'm picturing certain people of who's doing things right and wrong, but I'm not doing it in a way that is pointing out certain people, going, oh, this person's right, this person's wrong, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to involve certain groups of people, and I don't want to do that to kind of, I don't want to get, I don't want to get promoted from pointing out their flaws and then going, oh, oh, here it is, I'm calling out this guy and this guy and this guy. I don't want to do that, because honestly, ranters and ravers, which are, especially the one I'm talking about, because I know someone's going to know about what I'm talking about, when they actually put the image of the other person up, that makes me laugh, because it's like you're ranting about them promoting themselves when here you are promoting yourself technically by doing that. So that's like, to me, that's kind of ironic, isn't it? I don't know. Anyways, guys and girls, I want to see your comments below, though. Hit the like button if you agree with me. Listen, put in the comments whatever you feel. If you feel like you completely disagree with me, I want to hear it. If you completely agree with me, I also want to hear it. I am just say keep it civil. Keep it civil. Well, I said civil, so I don't need to say civilized, but keep it, not where I want to say anyone gets hurt. Don't point out people. Don't be saying people's channel names and stuff like that. Don't do that. I will delete those. If I see people like mentioning certain people's channels and stuff like that, I will delete those messages. But you could feel free to say, oh, I agree with you because of this guy, per se. You just don't say their names, if that makes sense. Anyways, guys and girls, have a great day. I will talk to you later. Hope you enjoy this. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Bye bye, everyone.